double homer, drove in 3, sacrifice fly and go with that with those 3 hits. And he has just been really good. And this has been a good lineup from top to bottom, even though there is an injury in this lineup.
Sooners with the victory last night, moved to 38-19 on the season. That lineup for Skip Johnson be taking on the 6-foot, 200-pound grad student out of Halifax, Massachusetts. Stephen Quigley's on the mound.
Well, you look at Quigley, he's a guy that he's a strike thrower. He pounds the zone in and out. He's just got to survive these early innings. When he's had some trouble, when you look at his numbers, it's when people have gotten to him early. He's like a lot of good starting pitchers. If you can get him through that first and second, get into a rhythm, they usually give you a deep appearance on the mound.
You got the Big 12 champion taking on the Big East champion. Last night or yesterday in round 1, all the Big 12 teams picked up the victory. See what happens tonight. A lot of great action across the country. We've already seen some walk-offs, some teams, some surprises getting knocked out of the tournament. Vanderbilt is out. Wake Forest is out. Here in the Norman Regional, Oral Roberts University, the 4 seed, knocked out by Duke earlier this afternoon. Quigley's ready to go. John Spikerman stepped into the batter's box, and it's go time. First one off speed. Looks like it was a little bit high for ball 1. Spikerman hitting .396. 3 home runs, 32 runs batted in. After going 3 for 4 yesterday. Big swing and a miss, 1-1.
He has been the gasoline to this offense. He's the guy that sets the table right at the top. Look at those numbers and that OPS.
1-1 pitch in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. Spikerman had a triple in yesterday's game, his 4th of the year. 2 RBIs and scored 3 runs. That's a table setter. Just missed off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, that's hitting your spot. Now Hyde, the catcher, moved way outside, but he hit him right where he would wanted to hit him.
Dribbler foul. A little bit of a funky motion in it. Kind of 3-quarter. Hides the ball a little bit.
Probably, especially this white uniform. And ball sort of comes out of his shoulder instead of seeing that arm. You know, hitters, we all want to see that length and that release point. His is tough to find.
Madrid on deck, the 2-2. Spikerman pulls one over to first, gloved over at first base by Delana. There's out number 1. There's that defense we were talking about.
They have just been spectacular. Tomorrow at short was outstanding in yesterday's ball game, and what a great play to start the game here.
Defensively for UConn, Morton, Spur, Studley in the outfield from left to right. Broadhurst and Tomorrow on the left side. Padilla and Delana on the right. Hyde, the backup catcher, is back in the lineup. Somebody hustling down to the bullpen for UConn, or there's a baseball that's gotten loose on the warning track. With a little bit of a delay. We're ready to roll. Madrid hitting .325. He will look at a strike.
Everything's been down. He hasn't really made many mistakes up in the zone so far.
1 ball, 1 strike. Madrid yesterday, 3 for 4. 2 doubles, a home run, 3 runs batted in. He's got 12 jacks on the year, and he's driven home 51. 2-1. And calling the balls and strikes today, Brian Marine. Kevin Sweeney over at first base. Angel Campos at second. Wilson Rayner at third base. 2-1. That's upstairs. Good crowd on hand tonight, still filing in, both in the bowl and out of the berms all the way around. Foul pole to foul pole. Madrid swings it. It's a sharp base hit, with Padilla playing him really to pull. That ball easily gets through, and Madrid's on board with a 1-out single.
4 for 5 in the series. Now he worked to a great hitter's count. Stays right there. Pitch him away. Didn't try to do too much. Goes back up the middle. A 1-out base runner.
Easton Carmichael, the DH. He had a 3-for-5 game yesterday, including a home run. 3 runs batted in. Big man can swing it.
Power is gap to gap. He's not one of the big pull hitters. He's got power, but his power is in the center of the field.
Sophomore out of Prosper, Texas. Ball and a strike. Oklahoma will run. Number of guys. Madron over at first base. 14 stolen bases on the year. Even Carmichael at the plate's got 12 bags.
He's a heck of an athlete. He's got really good speed for a big man.
This one lifted in the air down the right field line. Slicing into foul territory, and that's where it goes. It's 1-2. That ball hung up there for a while. We had a little bit of a breeze in game 1 today. That was blowing out towards center, left center field, but it is pretty much
nothing. It's just a gorgeous night.
Yeah. Not very much humidity in the air.
This part of the country, the wind usually has going one direction or the other.
Pretty good lead for Madron over at first base. Looks like he wants to go. Doesn't. And the 1-2 is ripped out to center field. That'll hang up for Spur. 2 down. Madron back to first.
Spur had one of those just split second where he froze. Had great speed enough to make up for it. We've seen the outfielders here play fairly deep in this ballpark. I think it's a ballpark that you don't have to play deep, because if it's over your head, a lot of times it's getting out of the yard.
Tough play for an outfielder, isn't it? When you see a big guy with a big swing.
Yeah, and it come right at you.
Jackson Willits, the freshman shortstop, steps in. Madron over at first. Willits a switch hitter. He's a 271 this year. 10 home runs, 39 runs batted in. Had a 2-for-4 game last night's contest against Oral Roberts. Long hole for Quigley. This one's fouled off. Ball and a strike.
Quigley right now has been impressive. What we thought he would see. He's a strike thrower. He's in the zone. He's not going to just overpower you with velocity, but he's got enough velocity. Moves the ball in and out. Hits his spots.
Two and one. I would have wondered whether or not Oklahoma would try to exploit Hyde behind the plate, the backup catcher. Matt Garbowski, their everyday catcher, dealing with a little bit of a flu bug. So Hyde getting the start for the 2nd consecutive game.
Well, he came up big yesterday at the plate.
Yes, he did. Big 2 RBIs single.
Got to be ready to throw now, though.
2-1 count with 2 outs. Willits shoots one out toward left field. Moving back on it is Morton. And we'll head to the bottom of the 1st here in Norman. Huskies coming up. And they got to get Luke Broadhurst going if they're going to keep it rolling.
I totally agree. I mean, they've gotten some guys. They got some hits yesterday, but this is the guy that can take over a game. He's got big power. He can hit to all directions. And he's going to be facing a left-hander tonight, so he's a right-handed hitter. You want those right-handers to step up, even though Braden Davis is one of the better left-handers in the country. There's so many things you can put over the 5'11" junior from Keller, Texas, that you can talk about with Davis. He's got a plus changeup, but he's got to pitch ahead and stay away from the long innings, long pitch count innings, because they would love to get some depth out of him tonight. He's a guy that can go 120 pitches and has on multiple occasions.
Yeah.
So you look at it, but you got to stay away from that 25-30 pitch inning early in the game. Glove side command is another one. It's important. His fastball to the inside to the right-handed hitters and away from the left-handed hitters.
Caleb Spur leading things off. He's the center fielder, swinging first pitch. Bouncer over to Willits. Low throw, and they just did get him by a step for the 1st down.
Sometimes you lay back just a hair, and when you do, it costs you sometimes. And Willits had enough arm strength to get there. He just laid back on this ball a little bit right here. gathered himself, and this is close. A nice pick on the other end.
If there's one little thing that you could be picky about as far as the Sooners, it's the defense. They committed 65 errors on the year. They had a game last weekend.
Trouble.
Last weekend they committed 7 errors in one game in the Big 12 tournament. Paul tomorrow, the shortstop. Behind the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Tomorrow had a 1-for-4 game, hitting .305, 4 home runs, 37 RBIs on the season. Now the 0-2.
How many people have the courage to throw an 0-2 changeup? And you'll see it a lot tonight. Saw it right there. Not close enough to get the swing, but you will see that out of Davis tonight.
Just missed up and away. Evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Folks, we had 6 walk-offs in day 1 yesterday. We got walk-offs yet again today. Virginia just walked off on Mississippi State.
In the bottom of the 9th, walk it off.
Missed up and away, full count. High Point walked off Vanderbilt, knocking Vanderbilt out of the tournament.
East Carolina today.
Yep, East Carolina walking off on Wake Forest. Wake Forest is out of the tournament. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss, 2 down.
And then 3-2 changeup. Again, any count, any moment in the game, he has the courage to go to it. It's great arm speed with it. It's not in the best locations, but it just, Tremont was so far out in front of it, even though it's up. It's just great arm speed. 56% of the time, he gets swing and miss on his changeup. That's incredible.
Yes, it is. Making his 16th start of the season. Swing and a miss. We'll start off the at-bat for Luke Broadhurst. Team leader in home runs with 13. And also RBIs with 47. Senior third baseman fouls it off. 0-2.
And when you're trying to get going, Victor, you played this game, you try to get going, you look up every time, it's 0-2. And that's just hard to hit in that count.
Broadhurst 0 for 5 in the opening game. Started his collegiate career with East Connecticut State. That is a pretty good pitch, not called a strike. 2-2.
Well, there's 8 players on the field headed to the dugout. The only one that wasn't was the catcher.
That's only as a courtesy to the umpire.
Yeah.
Broadhurst goes down swinging. They got to throw down to first to complete the strikeout. And a 1-2-3 first inning. We're scoreless as we head to the second.
Against Long Island last night for the Tar Heels. And then how about Wake Forest? 2 in barbecue.
Crazy, isn't it? Wake Forest sent home. Arizona, 1 seed in Tucson, sent home today by Dallas Baptist. DBU shutting out Arizona. So they go 0-2 and they stay home. They don't have to go home because they're right there.
Already at home. But High Corbett will not have the energy that you would think it would have if Arizona was still in it.
Here's the second inning for the Sooners. Snyder, Nicholas, Mudler. Snyder getting a start at third base today. Anthony McKenzie injured himself last night on a pickoff attempt going back into the base.
He's out with a left shoulder injury. That's a big blow. Have to adjust your infield. You talked about at times struggling a little defensively, and all of a sudden now you got to adjust, moving your first baseman to third base.
That is a hit by pitch. Didn't go. I mean, I think UConn wanted the check swing to see if he went around. Snyder's on board with a hit by pitch.
His fastball, just a runner, 2-seamer, runs in, catches him in the right bicep. And his throwing arm. You're going to feel that one. He's a threat to run, even though he's a big man.
.15 stolen base, has been caught once. Jackson Nicholas, the second baseman, hitting .310. Junior has 9 doubles, 3 triples, 10 home runs, and he's driven home 37. Big lead over at first for Snyder. 0-2. Nicholas last night 1 for 5 with an RBI.
He's up for the dramatics, so he's had some big home runs of those 10. Have come at opportune times.
Snyder takes off, pitch out, the throw down, a one-hopper, and safe at second base.
Tomorrow with a great pick on the throw. He's wanting to know, he thinks he got him, but you see the jump right here. Takes off, throw comes down. What a pick. Comes up. Does he come down in time? I believe he got him on the left hand before he got to the bag.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to review this. They are.
Not an easy play by Tomorrow. That ball jumped. This is me hamming it on. Well, the call at second is safe. Snyder, and you know what? If that ball doesn't jump up on Tomorrow, and it's just a bang bang like little skip, like a normal turf skip to the glove, I don't think there's any question they get him.
That's a heck of a play just to catch the ball.
Yeah.
Then he tried to get down to make the tag.
Tomorrow made some unbelievable plays in yesterday's game against
brilliant.
Duke.
Yeah, he was brilliant. Put that one right along with it if they get an out here.
Alert play, too, by UConn to kind of pitch out on an 0-2 count, anticipating it. It wasn't your traditional pitch out, but it was far enough away. Fastball up and away.
As an ex-catcher, that's the one. Glove side up is the easiest throw you can make. It's the easiest transition from your glove to your hand to second. This is taking a long time.
Trying to make the determination, yeah. Go back and take a look at that pitch. Yep.
You couldn't draw it up and ask for a better pitch to throw on.
That's almost a catcher's balk, isn't it? Where
he was almost out of the box.
Out of the box. It's a field play, right? Because the ball jumped up on him.
Yes.
You almost have to blindly put the tag down. So your eyes, it's hard to follow to see where the tag is in relation to the hand touching the base.
Well, we can go back and look at that review, the play again one more time. And I know they're reviewing for back, but you watch where Tomorrow has his left foot. He has his left foot in a great position, see where he can go down with his knee, and he takes away, he knows he won't slide to the inside, so you know there's one spot to go with your tag because he's got to go to the outside corner of the bag.
Looks like they made a decision. Angel Campos, crew chief, coming out. Call stands. Not enough to overturn it.
Wow.
Keep in mind, call stands is not enough evidence.
Call safe on the field.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Man in scoring position for Jackson Nicholas. Scoreless here in the second. OU, the visitors. Down goes Nicholas, 1 away.
That's a long time to set and get ready as a hitter right there. And you look up, you got 2 strikes, and that's just over anxiousness right there. Going after a pitch out of the zone.
Scott Butler, the catcher. Junior from Jones Creek, Georgia. 2 for 4 game with a home run yesterday, 3 runs batted in. 277 on the season. Quigley's 17th appearance, 16th start of the year, 5-3 with a 3.89 ERA for the Huskies. Fouling out of play. 1-2.
Quigley does a nice job moving the ball in and out, up and down, throwing to the four quadrants.
Chopper to the right side. Padilla moves over. 2 down, advancing to third is Snyder.
First at bat of the tournament coming right here.
Rocco Garza Gongora, the first baseman, sophomore from Laredo, Texas. 245 on the season, 2 doubles, 10 runs batted in. That is lifted in the air, shallow center field. Tomorrow going out, Spur calls him off. Oklahoma gets a man in scoring position, leaves him stranded there.
Lights are on,
Yeah.
sun's gone.
Yeah.
Pitchers. Isn't it amazing? 60 feet 6 inch away can take control of a game, and right now both these guys pretty good control of their ability on the mound.
No doubt. Morton Padilla, Minnick. First pitch, cambio. Corey Morton, the left fielder. Senior from Norwalk, Connecticut, hitting .327 after going 3 for 3 yesterday. Double and an RBI.
Hitting his rhythm and timing. Davis speeds you up and slows you down.
2 balls and a strike. Braden Davis, a transfer from Sam Houston State. Good arm. That one misses outside, 3-1. Full count. Just like that, is back into.
And also the
back.
changeup is back in play as well, because he's not afraid. We've already seen a 3-2 change in the outing so far.
And he got him.
Goes to a bender. Not a changeup. That's a breaking ball that time. And a good one. From right behind him. See him right there on the side of that. And he gets out in front and he bangs the hammer right there. And once this ball just dropped down right over under the bat.
First pitch missing down low. Davis now with 3 consecutive strikeouts. He's retired all 4 batters. Brian Padilla, the junior second baseman. 0 for 1 with 3 walks last night. He hits one sharply to short, and Willits misplays it. As he was breaking to his left, that ball was to his right.
I think this ball's hooking. I think it's actually hooking in the air. See it right here as it comes off the bat. It had a little dive down to it. Just ate him up. I would call that a base hit.
It is ruled a base hit. First pitch swinging is Tyler Minnick. Skies went down the first base line. Oh, nice play by Jackson Nicholas. That ball kept coming back toward fair territory. 2 down.
It's that twilight time too, and twilight with no clouds, it is the toughest time before the lights take full effect. And good adjustment to get an out right there. Got to communicate. Infielders have got a point.
Jake Studley, the right fielder, swinging first pitch, and he'll loop on the left field, a base hit. So 2 on for UConn with 2 outs here in the second.
Well, it was a changeup, but he made a mistake and left it up a little bit on the first pitch that time. He was out in front, got enough of the bat to get it into left field in the lefty-lefty matchup here.
That's one of those pitches that you can get away with later in at bat after you've seen some fastballs. But
Yeah,
first pitch, it's hard if it's up.
If you don't make if you throw changeup on the first pitch, it's got to be an excellent changeup.
Yeah. Maddox Delana, the first baseman, fouls it back. Hitless yesterday. 256, 12 doubles, 12 home runs, and 41 RBIs. He's got a man in scoring position. Oklahoma had a man in scoring position at the top of the inning. Couldn't cash him in. Just off the plate, 1-1.
Jackson Nicholas is playing rover in right field at second base. He is 20 foot behind the circle. It's out into right field. Not a full shift on, just really deep at second.
One and two.
There's that glove side command with the fastball.
Two on, 2 outs. We're the second. Delana takes just off the plate. Some feistiness in the crowd.
Just off the plate, they wanted that fastball called a strike. Want to make it happen here, 2-2.
Willits now shifts over to the second base side of the bag. One infield on the left side, it's in the dirt. Nice play by Mudler.
Started him with the slider, came back with a fastball, missed, came back with 2 fastballs in a row and hit the second one. And then now 2-2, went back to the breaker ball. He's got lots of options here. Runners will be off.
Three-two pitch, runners go. Delana fouls it off. Out in front of the breaking ball. UConn yesterday 2 for 8 with men in scoring position. This is their first opportunity tonight.
It is really difficult as a hitter to say what pitch is coming because he alternates so well.
Runners take off. Delana strikes out on the off-speed pitch as UConn gets a man in scoring position and leaves him stranded.
Just see the numbers on the year. Went 7 series during the year, hosting for the first time. They won the conference regular season title in the Big 12 by 3 games. They had it clinched before the last weekend of the conference year.
Top of the third with no score, 9-1-2 coming up for the Sooners. UConn is the home team, in case you were wondering. Pettis, Spikerman, and Madrid. Against Stephen Quigley. 1 strikeout, no walks, 1 hit allowed, 1 hit batter. Pettis takes a breaking ball just a little bit low.
Oh, the other part of that is when you're Quigley and you know you're facing a guy like Davis, and you watch it as when you're sitting on the side because you're not hitting with the DH, you say, I got a matching pitch for pitch.
Yeah. You don't have a choice.
You got a matching.
Kendall Pettis, 1 for 5 yesterday, hitting .283 on the season.
Both sides are a little upset, so it's strike zone. Still hitters and pitchers adjusting to it.
Pettis chops one back up the middle, deflected, nothing tomorrow can do. Infield base hit for Kendall Pettis.
Well, he tries to reach back and swipe it with his glove. tomorrow playing shortstop. I don't know if he gets Pettis, who can get down the line. He was way over in the hole, but he reached back and tried to backhand it behind him. And at that point, once it's ricocheted, it's an infield knock.
11-game hit streak for Pettis. Started, then stopped.
Well, Hyde, when you hear your bench say, there he goes, you come out ready to go, because you're with a hitter, you don't see that guy break.
Yep.
So nice listening to your dugout.
Made it a little bit more difficult with a lefty in the batter's box, so you're blind to it.
Yeah, and if they don't holler, then as a catcher, you're going, well, I didn't know he was going. But it's a good fake by Pettis.
Big lead for Pettis. 10 stolen bases on the year. He's been caught 3 times. Spikerman grounded out in the first inning. Terrific play by Delana going to his backhand.
That was close.
Ground ball towards short. Tomorrow we'll feed Padilla for 1. You're not going to get a play at first base.
Well, did he go straight into the bag here? As there was contact.
Yeah, Jim Penders is going to come out. Get an explanation. He is on the outfield side of that second base bag.
You know, it was a little bit to the outside, but he definitely had majority of his body going over the bag. As long as you go over the bag, you can slide through the bag.
Yeah. Penders gets the explanation. He's satisfied. They get the lead runner in Pettis for the first down. Spikerman over at first on the fielder's choice. Bryce Madron 1 for 1. He had a base hit his first time up. Spikerman not nearly the same lead that Pettis had.
But Spiker was going to force the issue. In this at bat, I would see him running at some point.
UConn defensively pretty much straight up. One ball, no strikes on Madron with 1 out here in the third. There goes Spikerman. The pitch upstairs to throw down to second. A good one, and they got him. What a throw by Ryan Hyde. 2 down.
I'll tell you what, he came out, got rid of it quickly with a short step. Another great pitch to throw on, got on top, and went downhill. Hyde is a tall man and drove that ball downhill. Nice throw right there for the out.
Two on count on Madrid. Base is clear. 3-1. Carmichael on deck. And Madrid's got his second hit of the game. 5th in this tournament.
And Fuego, he's on fire.
Like a baby bull. Built like a brick house. 18th multi-hit game of the season. Carmichael fouls it off. The DH hit a fly ball in center field, the first. Pretty good lead for Madron over at first. Of the 4 teams in this regional, 3 of them do run. Oral Roberts is no longer in the tournament. Duke is the only one that doesn't.
And they got 113 home runs.
They take the Earl Weaver approach.
Yeah, 3-run homer.
Long hold by Quigley. The 1-1. Yes, he did. 1-2.
Breaking ball. Watch this ball come all the way across the zone here. Starts out inside. And, oh, now I got to reach.
Making sure that they stay as close as possible.
Yeah, but well schooled on how to vary his timing to go over and his pickoffs, and he's got quick feet. He's done a great job slowing this running game down.
One-two pitch. 2-2.
It's still going after hitters, and then the last block, it's a 20-second clock, so you've got to use that as well if you want to try to use the hold.
Game 1 today, we saw Dalton Patton of Oral Roberts have a couple of pickoffs to end an inning. Back-to-back innings. And with some of the leads that we've seen Oklahoma take, I think Dalton would have a field day. He's got quick feet. Carmichael skies a foul. Now remains 2-2. It's funny how some guys are comfortable picking over to first base and others just not as much.
Oh, Victor, there are guys that just hate base runners, hate to deal with it, struggle with it, and then there's guys that say, yeah, put them on first. I can deal with this. It's their game.
Yeah. Carmichael skies one. That might be playable. Long run over near the wall, and he got a little gun shy. And the ball drops, and it's a foul ball.
Well, he had to go about 40 yards to get to it. And then he got right to the wall, and really, he was still trying to look at the ball. It's also that twilight where you're afraid to take your eye off the ball and then find the wall a little bit. That's an out. Could have possibly had right there.
Carmichael resets, 2-2, 2 outs. Jackson Willits on deck. Scoreless here in the 3rd. Get Madron off of that big lead. Carmichael hits one to short. Tomorrow will go the short way. Feeds Padilla. Madron is retired. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd here at Norman with no score.
And He's a horse. You can ride him way over 100 pitches. That is not unusual for him.
He'll face 9-1-2. UConn's half of the third. Hyde, Spur, and tomorrow. Davis with 4 strikeouts, 2 hits allowed.
How about this young man right here? He's making his 8th start of the year, and he has thrown runners out, been outstanding behind the plate, got the big hit in yesterday's ball game.
Redshirt junior from Berlin, Connecticut.
Probably came from stores on the airplane down here, not thinking he was going to play much.
He was the guy snapping pictures everywhere. I got you guys. You guys jump in there. I'll take the pick. Guys love him on this team, though. They were psyched for him yesterday when he got the base hit. He'll go down swinging at that breaking ball. 1 down. That dugout really just got all excited when he got to first base and those 2 RBIs across the plate.
Yeah, you got the changeup, and then you got that breaking ball. Get you out in front, and all of a sudden it starts coming at you underneath your bat.
Caleb Spur, the leadoff man at center fielder, grounded out at his first plate appearance. Pretty good read by Spur there, laying off that off-speed pitch.
Yeah, the second time around, you get to have a little better feel, but still, he's got the capability of going so many different directions. It's not easy to anticipate.
Little dribbler, left side. Willis has to come in on it. 2 down. I mean, whenever you see a lineup consistently mishitting baseballs, sure, they've got a couple of hits. Maybe the one that passed Willis last inning was squared up. But when you get guys missing pitches that look so hittable, that tells you how good you are on the mound at changing the speed of the pitches, the deception, and getting guys to miss-hit baseballs. I had a pitching coach a long time ago that told me the object isn't to miss bats, it's to make hitters miss-hit your pitches.
Yeah, miss parts of the bat.
Yeah.
You don't want to be off the sweet spot.
Yeah. Tomorrow, strikeout victim in the first. Behind in the count at 0 balls, 2 strikes.
I mean, if you're a big strikeout guy that gets a bunch of strikeouts, you're going to throw tough pitches. You have to get those strikeouts.
And there's the effect of the off-speed pitch on that last one to tomorrow, where that fastball looks like it feels like it's 95 and on you.
It's 6 or 7 inches quicker because of that.
Yep.
4th 0-2 count. th pitch of the ball game for the OU left-hander.
Counting it up at 2-2. Let's go back to that foul ball we were just talking about.
I mean, it's just, you've got to stay inside it because of the changeup and the arm speed that you're tardy on the heater. Once again, right there, same identical situation. Just you're in protect mode, and when you're an offensive hitter, you want to be in attack mode. And that's what Davis does to you. Just keeps you out of that attack mode. Just missed with that glove side fastball.
Full count. Broadhurst on deck. There's the payoff from Davis, and he walked him.
That was so good at bat. Yes, he was tardy on some fastballs, but found a way to become a base runner. 8-pitch at bat, 9-pitch at bat, excuse me.
So Broadhurst to come to the plate with a man on at 2 outs. Looking for his first hit of the tournament. Struck out there in the first. He's just not afraid to throw any one of his pitches
At any count.
Any count, doesn't matter.
Very compact in his delivery. Tomorrow will run, but his success rate hasn't been great. It's 15 of 26.
Yep. Long hold for Davis. 0-1. Bottom of the third, no score. Both teams have had a man in scoring position in this game. They've got the big pitch to get out of it. That breaking ball misses. And the Sooner faithful live and die with every pitch.
They do.
Great crowd on hand on this late Saturday night.
A lot of times against the left-hander, you go on first movement. You get you a good lead, and if the pitcher does anything, he lifts that front foot, you take off. Try to beat the relay to second.
How many stolen bases do you have in your career?
I think 26.
26.
Not many.
But those were like, you picked your spots, right?
Yeah.
When you were given the okay.
Well, well, that's true too. But
did you look at the matchup? Guy on the mound?
yeah.
Did he go? No. Well, I thought he went around. I thought he committed. And instead of a strikeout, we got ourselves a 3-2 count with 2 outs.
Let's just watch the barrel right out here in front. Does he get in front of that plate?
Oh. Strong hands.
Strong hands. He stopped the barrel from getting across. That's the proper call. Runner would be off here.
This will be the 50th pitch of the game for Davis. Another payoff. And he walked him. So back-to-back free passes. So 2 very good plate appearances with 2 outs for UConn here in the third.
Doing a good job. And as we highlighted when we were talking about Davis, you stay away from those big pitch innings. I mean, he usually limits the damage. He does a good job of that, but he did. Now all of a sudden you're in the 3rd inning and he's got 50 under his belt.
So Corey Morton gets an opportunity with a man in scoring position. Struck out leading off the second. Tomorrow at second, Broadhurst at first. That is laced out to left field. That's going to fall down for base hit. Being waved around is Tomorrow. Pettis' throw to the plate is not in time. Huskies take a 1-0 lead.
Stayed back. The 2 walks cost Braden Davis. This is a really good swing here on the changeup. Stays back, catches right off the end of the bat, but just enough of his hands back right here that he's just strong enough to muscle that out of the infield to left field. Pettis makes a strong throw to the plate, but late. And the Huskies jump out here to a 1-0 lead.
I am really surprised. I mean, he anchored himself at the bag and became a spectator watching the throw home. That ball got by home plate.
Sure did.
Brian Padilla takes ball one. He's singled in the second. Back-to-back two-out walks by Davis. A single by Corey Morton, picking up his 44th RBI. And UConn has a 1-0 lead here in the third. Padilla pops a foul. This one out of play.
Good solid inning. This all happened. Victor, strikeout, ground out, 2 quick outs, and 2 good solid at bats. Tomorrow Broadhurst, and then the Morton base hit.
He threw 15 pitches between tomorrow and Broadhurst that resulted in walks. Padilla fouls it back, 1-2. So he was on his way to cruising through an inning. All of a sudden, you have 54. That's the guy's a workhorse. You can work him, throw him a lot of pitches. So
just lost a little feel right there. It's costing. Still not out of this inning.
Broadhurst at second, Morton at first. 1-2 pitch. Boy, I saw yesterday from Padilla. Really good eye at the plate. 3 walks. Never looks panicked.
Good 2-strike hitter.
Davis has thrown 26 pitches this inning. A chance to talk with Skip Johnson coming up. Another 2-2. Padilla lifts one out toward right field. Playable for Madrid. UConn strikes for a run. We'll head to the 4th. They lead at 1-0. At a time.
We don't know yet. It's kind of day to day. He suffered when the guy fell on his shoulder, kind of went in and went out. And so it's kind of day to day right now. He's on the sling, so we'll see how it goes.
And I'll tell you what, your left-hander, he just moves the ball in and out right there. Made one mistake in the inning, but he's just such a horse. He just takes the ball and goes, Skip.
Yeah, he's very competitive. I mean, he's athletic and gets after it a little bit. And I mean, they had some good, tough battles right there. I don't know about the fastball end, but it looked pretty close.
Skip, we appreciate it. Good luck to you.
Thanks, guys.
You got it. Skip Johnson, head coach of the Oklahoma Sooners. Two balls and a strike on Jackson Willits. What do you think about that fastball?
That's a close pitch.
Yeah.
I mean, Davis, he fools so many people with that glove side fastball because you're looking out there, that dead fish or that changeup is out there, and a little breaking ball is always out there, and all of a sudden that zip inside is. If you can get that call, sometimes the umpire gets fooled on it as well.
I was just going to ask you that as a catcher, a guy you talk to a lot of umpires in your career. I would imagine that is the case.
I have to say, man, I just missed that one. If you work with them, you can get there with them.
This one pulled to first. Lena has it. One down. Willis is retired for the second time tonight.
So when if you get that situation, as my job is, don't yell. Just talk, throw the ball back to the mound. Guys going to first base, and you come back and you sit down, and before the hitter gets in the box, you say, man, I think that's a strike. I got to have that. And if they say, hey, I missed it, you leave it right there. You just leave it alone, because the next time you come back and you get in that same scenario, you'll call that pitch, you'll get that pitch 99 times out of 100.
You're just trying to make him aware. You're curious as to what he thought. Never trying to suggest that he was wrong. Or
No, you're just trying to say, you know. Now, sometimes I've said, man, my pitcher needs that.
And it also depends on the guy behind the plate, right? The personality. There's some guys you can say some stuff to. There's others you cannot.
Oh, yeah. There is no conversation.
2-0. That is ripped into left field. That's headed to the corner for extras. Snyder turns and motors into second base. 26th double of the season.
They check it all the time, and they talk about exit velocity and a lot of things, but this is one right here that is a rocket coming off the bat. Down into the corner, any kind of elevation, and that gets out of the ballpark.
Man, I don't know if I ever want to pitch diving down into that barrel. If I'm playing third base, I think I'm playing deep. Nicholas showing bunt, takes a strike. He struck out in the second, the only strikeout for Quigley tonight.
Yeah, but he's been really good, too. You're talking about a guy that's gone out and competed. He's limited the Sooners to just 4 hits. He's moved the ball in and out. He's held runners extremely well.
Inside out. This one's out of play. No balls, 2 strikes on Nicholas.
Second time he's had a runner in scoring position in the second inning. Snyder was at third. He had to get a big out. Guy 90 feet away. And now the runner in scoring position here with 1 out.
OU 0 for 3 thus far with men in scoring position. 6 for 11 yesterday. 0-2 pitch.
And that's the other spot. When Hyde moves out, quickly hits his spots. Now, it's not a strike, but when the catcher gives you, hey, we're going to go right here, he has not missed back over the plate.
This one shot down the left field line. Pretty good poke. Slicing foul.
That ball got out of the ballpark.
Yes, it did. He's a strong, compact young man. Tomorrow trying to keep Snyder as close as possible to the second base bag. Mentioned Hyde setting up outside. The one thing that he is doing, he's not moving until the very last minute. Foul at the plate. You get hitters, guys in the dugout, start picking up the nuances of pitchers tipping, catchers moving. Sometimes you get a setup in a certain spot, and all of a sudden you've got a location, whatever.
You're looking at all those things. It's a great note for little young hitters. When the guy's warming up, we'll get to it after this pitch.
That is out to left field. It'll stay in the yard. Snyder back to second. He is tagging, and he is going to slam on the brakes as the throw comes in. 2 down.
To finish the point, though, when they bring in a new pitcher, or the pitcher in between innings or to start a ball game, goes out and takes his 8 warm-up pitches, don't be over trying to get a drink and talking to your friends and everything else. Watch what he's doing. See how that ball's coming out of his hands. See what pitches he's throwing. That'll help you a lot more, especially when you get in the on-deck circle.
Right.
And watch everything they do. If they may give us something, they may stop with their hands up, and that's a fastball every time.
Time is called as Hyde's going to go out there. He saw something. Good talk with Quigley.
And that, and they talk about, relaying signs. That's not, that's an effort. If the opponent does not change what he's doing or does something that's giving something away, that's up to them to make that change, not you as a hitter.
No doubt. I wasn't fond of knowing what pitcher's coming. I want location. I was fine with, because all of a sudden you're relying on somebody else.
Yeah, now that part I'm not talking about. I'm talking about yourself. You can figure it out, and then you can pass to your teammates. Say, hey, every time he comes set and has his hands here, just watch. It's a breaking ball. That would happen to be a breaking ball, but I'm just saying that if somebody tips that way, you're going to keep watching that. What a job of pitching so far from this young man on the mound for UConn.
1-2. Were you one of the guys that could pick up those? I mean, there's guys that are really good at picking up pitchers' nuance.
Yeah, I was really good at that. I tried to watch. I tried to watch their motion, especially in pregame when they say do this. That means I'm flipping my hand forward. They were going to throw a fastball. I'm going to see what he's doing, maybe to show that fastball.
Butler 0 for 1 with a ground ball to second. Snyder, the base runner, in scoring position. 1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And he is a pitch away from pitching around a 1-out double here.
UConn scoring a run in the bottom of the 3rd. 2-2. Butler pops it up. Tomorrow the shortstop gives way to Broadhurst. Shutdown inning. And we'll head to the bottom of the 4th inning. 1-0 UConn. That's it. That's all they've done.
That's at this point. They're in 6-pack.
Yeah, they're playing catch up. 1-0. Bottom of the 4th. It's always fun when Sooner fans dog out Longhorn fans, I guess. Longhorns, by the way, leading A&M 1-0 in the bottom of the 4th regional down at Bryan College Station.
That's in a winner's bracket game as well.
Minnick, Studley, Delana.
It's a big inning for Davis.
1-1.
And that was his 60th pitch right there. Again, he's a horse. He's a guy that will go well over 100. But still, he needs one of those short innings. I tell you what, got to give the Huskies credit.
Minnick, a big swing and a miss. 2-2.
They have worked deep counts tonight.
Minnick, the freshman, 0 for 1 with a pop-up. He pops this one up right side of the infield. Nice play by Rocco Garza Gongora. 1 down.
Now, the ball always comes back to the mound, it seems like. No twilight anymore, but he had to wait for that ball to come down. That was a great hang time punt, about 5.6.
What is that, Ray Guy?
Yeah.
Jake Studley, the right fielder, fouls the first pitch off. He had a single in his first plate appearance. Weren't with us earlier. Duke defeating Oral Roberts University, knocking them out of the tournament. 0-2. The next elimination game will be tomorrow, 3 Eastern, 2 Central. It'll be Duke against the loser of this game.
Yeah,
that's what now you get into. You got to win to stay in, so you're playing back to back.
Yeah, twice tomorrow.
Twice tomorrow. That's why that 2-0 record is huge.
Yeah, it's 81% of Game 2 winners win the regional. It's difficult. You have to win 2 tomorrow, and then, oh, by the way, you have to turn around and win 1 on Monday as well.
A little battle for Studley, the 1-2, and that's upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. OU defensively straight around on the infield and in the outfield. And he got him with the off speed. 2 down. Turned it over. 6th strikeout of the night.
His head coach talked about how good a competitor he is. He's just a bulldog. He just keeps changing speeds, keeps missing spots. Well, it's been fun to watch these two guys on the mound tonight.
10th straight game with 6 or more strikeouts for Davis. And in that time span, 70 total strikeouts. This is the guy, when they talk about pitchability, that's in the dictionary. His picture's right there. Falls behind here, 2 balls and no strikes on Delana. We'll hear from head coach Jim Penders coming up. 21st season at the helm. The UConn Huskies baseball program.
How about his culture?
3 balls, no strikes.
Consistency.
No doubt. Just did catch the corner. 3-1. 6 punch outs, 2 walks, 3 hits allowed for Davis. Run coming across in the 3rd inning, courtesy of a Corey Morton single to left. 3-1 pitch. Delana fouls it off. Full count.
Oklahoma moves their defensive round to the shift, the right side.
Big payoff. Delana cues 1 foul. Saves his at-bat. It's his 5th full count, Davis.
And the other part is you got to give the Huskies credit. They have battle when they get 2 strikes.
Delana takes down and away. It's ball 4. 2-out free pass. That's how it started in the 3rd inning for UConn. A 2-out walk. Ryan Hyde, the catcher, coming up.
The ability to lay off of those pitches with 2 strikes is just really focused group of hitters with a really good, almost a great game plan against a tough left-hander.
I'd imagine with a guy like Davis on the mound, you've got a game plan going in there that you
Sometimes
don't want.
you have to switch on the fly.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. And you don't want to get too frustrated if he's dominating early, and it looked like he was. Hyde swings and misses. 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the 3rd. Hyde with a total of 32 at-bats on the season. Delana not taking a very big lead at all at first base. One ball, 2 strikes. Hyde getting the start in the first 2 games of this tournament. The backup catcher in place of Matt Garbowski, dealing with flu-like symptoms. Woke up yesterday and he was not feeling good. And Hyde has been behind the plate first 2 games. 1-2, and that's a called strike 3. 7th strikeout of the night. We're through 4. UConn still on top.
With 2 outs, we'll be able to grind out a few at-bats. We need to grind out a lot more.
I tell you what, Steven has matched him pitch for pitch. That's the other part of it. You got to have a guy. When you're facing a guy that's pitching well, you have to have your guy pitch well.
Yeah, he's moving the fastball in and out, and I think that's been really good. Ryan Hyde's done a nice job stealing a few, I felt like, back there. But Steven's got to be able to locate his fastball, and he's using his other stuff, too. We haven't used the changeup much lately, but he's been using it a little bit with all these lefties tonight.
Hey, one more, Coach. You mentioned Hyde. Well, what about the job that he's done stepping in?
Nothing good happens when I'm on with you guys.
That's awesome.
All right, that's something good.
Appreciate it, Coach.
What's that? No. What'd you say?
Oh, I thought you're talking. Hey, we'll let you go if you want. No, I was asking about Ryan Hyde and the job that he's done to step in and just fill in for Grabowski.
Yeah, no, he's got the heart of a lion. You know, he's a defense-first catcher. We haven't had runners on really with less than 2 with him, and we're going to make him do things when he's got the bat in his hands. He's a good hit-and-run guy, but he's a fantastic receiver. And then he throws a guy out. I thought he threw 2 guys out, but we got credit for 1.
Coach, we appreciate it. Good luck to you.
Thanks a lot, guys.
You got it.
That nervousness of being on with us and nothing good happens when that happens.
I know.
He was thinking that pop-up might fall in there.
Oh, that's why I kept talking. I knew it was an out. I put it in the book. 0-1 to Pettis is downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kendall with a base hit in his first at-bat, so he's 1 for 1. Four hits for OU, 3 for UConn.
I tell you, just really done an outstanding job. Quickly, you just look at him. He's mixed in his slider. He's pinpointed his fastball. He has kept OU off balance. He's hold runners.
Foul tip into the mid. 2 down.
That's only his 2nd strikeout, so he's a pitch-to-contact guy.
Job that Ian Cook did yesterday. That game against Duke, going 5 1/3.
Well, they have just been outstanding on the mound. And you just look at that. My math may not be all that great, but it looks like to me they've got nearly 15 innings and they've given up only 16 hits and 1 run to this point. So, and then, yes, he did.
Emphatically yesterday against Duke. Reggie Willetts calling timeout. A conversation with Spikerman with 2 outs, nobody on here, the 5th. That is pulled down the right field line, and that was perfectly timed. Spikerman racing to 2nd. He's got great speed. He might go to 3rd. He'll slam on the brakes. Great job by Studley and Wright to get that baseball in very quickly.
Sometimes you use an offensive timeout because there's been 2 quick outs just to say to your hitter, hey, we're over here. They're going to think you're going to get a fastball because they think I'm over here telling you to take a pitch. And that's a good setup. Spikerman took advantage of that and just ripped it down into the corner. And he was thinking 3, and then the brakes came on.
In this ball game, Madron at the plate, 2 for 2 with 2 singles. He's got 5 hits in this tournament already. 1-0 UConn here in the 5th. That's a pretty good pitch, not called a strike.
Just missed. A little 2-seamer trying to bring it back to the inside corner right at the belt.
Madron pulls one off the end of the bat down the line and is hooking foul. Initially off the bat, that's one of those cue shots. I thought it was going to spin and stay fair.
Yeah, just off at the end and kept hooking.
One from Quigley. 2 balls and a strike.
But these are pressure-packed pitches. Yes, we're in the top of the 5th inning, but you can just feel it. It's the type of game that runs are going to be hard to come by with these 2 guys on the mound.
There's a strike on the inside part of the plate.
Dynamite pitch. That 2-seamer again starts it off the plate in, brings it back to the inside corner.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a man at 2nd. Ground ball toward the middle. Tomorrow to his left has it. Off balance throw, gets him. And OU leaves another man in scoring position. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th, 1-0.
Has been 2 guys on the mound 60 feet 6 inches away that have done the job.
Brady Davis, the left-hander for OU. Stephen Quigley, the right-hander for UConn. Bottom of the 5th inning, 1-0 Huskies. They scored their one and only run in the bottom of the 3rd. Top of the order, 1, 2, 3. Spur, Tomorrow, Broadhurst. UConn here against the left-hander at 7 strikeouts, 3 walks, and 3 hits allowed. That's a strike on the inside part of the plate. One. 2 balls, 1 strike.
How do you lay off of that? That was nice by Spur. He started the bat forward and threw the brakes on.
Evens up the count. UConn coming into play today, hitting .268 against left-handed pitching. Davis has done his job. 3 for 15 is what UConn is against the left-hander. One of those 3 came with a man in scoring position. Two to Spur. And he got him with the off-speed. 8th strikeout of the night. 1 down here, the 5th.
There's a parachute that comes out about halfway to the plate with that arm speed. You just don't see hitters react like that. Right there, they think it's coming in the low 90s, just out in front.
Tomorrow with a strikeout, a walk and a run scored, now hit by a pitch. It's the 25th time this year that he's been hit by a pitch.
These guys, they play the game. They don't move when it comes inside. They understand offense. They don't have the gaudy numbers of a bunch of home runs and those kind of things, but they find a way to create offense by becoming base runners and then doing something with it. Now, this young man coming in right now can hit the ball in the ballpark.
Broadhurst with a strikeout and a walk. Fastball away. 86 pitches now for Davis. Time is called. Skip's going to go out. What's this conversation about here?
I think this is more about, hey, 3rd time through the order. Let's really concentrate on trying to pitch ahead, even though he's behind here 1-0, and make our best pitches. And also, it's a warm evening, even though he's a guy that can go 120 pitches. I think this is more maybe a breather, take an opportunity. I don't see anybody up and stirring in the Sooner bullpen at this moment, but sometimes you need that little break one more time and say, hey, look, let's stay focused and let's pitch from ahead, because when he pitches from ahead, it brings all of his arsenal back into the game.
You know, Skip, a long time, especially pitching coach at the University of Texas. What's he bring to the table from that side of things?
Oh, his mental approach of what he talks about is he gets to know the players and gets to know what they do best. I think so many times we say that, no, our style is we pitch this way. He will take a guy that can throw 97 or a guy can throw 88, and you can't call the game the same way. You can't do the same things. The ability to know what his players can do, I think, is one of his strengths.
Broadhurst hits one up the middle, and that is a base hit. Tomorrow, the ball sounded funny off the bat. Wasn't quite sure where that ball was headed. Had to pause between 1st and 2nd. So 2 on with 1 out here in the 5th.
Stayed back just enough. See this ball away from him on a breaking ball. Caught it right out on the end, but hit it in the right spot.
First hit of the tournament for Broadhurst. Here's Corey Morton. RBI single in the 3rd. He's 1 for 2.
Just a little tardy, but a good location with that fastball. Right-hander starting to toss.
Dylan Crooks, first man up for Oklahoma in the bullpen. 0-2. UConn today 1 for 3 with men in scoring position. Seventh 0-2 count for Davis. Lays off.
I don't know how that ball missed him.
I was just thinking exactly
I
that
don't
right
know
knee.
how it missed him.
I thought the exact same thing. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 on. Two. Full count. Brian Padilla on deck.
Don't think you'll see the runners off here. But a huge pitch in this ball game right now.
3-2. Got him looking, dotted a fastball. And Morton looked like he was looking for something off speed. 2 down.
It's glove side command. Comes back inside. That was more, had a little more of the plate than I anticipated having. Had Morton looking for something different.
And he knew it.
He did.
He was walking back.
Sometimes you tip your cap and put your weapon away.
9 strikeouts. Padilla at the plate. And he'll shoot one out to right field. Right there is Bryce Madrid. 2 on, 1 out. Nothing comes across, but UConn still on top.
Defense has been good on both sides. We've had 9 hits in the game, and there have been some base runners, but both these guys have made huge pitches when they needed them as we go to the 6th.
3, 4, and 5 for the Sooners in their half of the 6th inning. Carmichael, Willits, and Snyder. Quigley with 2 strikeouts, 1 hit batter, and has scattered 5 hits. It's fallen behind 2-0 to start this inning. 7th consecutive start for Quigley of 5 or more innings.
Big pitch here, though, 2-0.
Painted. 2-1.
It's got that. It's not really a sinker, but it's got a runner. It runs into the right-handers with the fastball, and the slider goes away.
Ground ball. Over to short. Tomorrow's got it. Low throw, dug out by Delane at first.
That's a nice play on the other end. Sometimes the ball hits so quickly to you, you let up a little bit. That's a good pick on the other end.
Tell you what, tomorrow looks so smooth.
It does, and he's got a great arm, but right here he slowed his body down, and that usually makes something low, and that's a good pick on the other end.
Tomorrow, graduate student. He has shined defensively so far in the first 2 games. Jackson Willits 0 for 2. A fly ball to left and a ground ball to first. A fun little game here in Norman. 1-2. You know what? Quigley has neutralized the crowd.
No question. Just because he's made great pitches when he needed to.
Ground ball over to first. Delana smothers it. He'll take it himself.
And then great defense behind him. He's only got 2 strikeouts in the game, but he has been outstanding. Sinking the ball here, sinking the ball there, little slider here. Kept the Sooners off balance, and then every time they've got somebody in scoring position, He's made his best pitches of the night. Sooners have a really good offensive club, and they've been shut out for 5 2/3 right now.
Nobody on for Michael Snyder, who doubled his last time up. Don't go to sleep either. You better not have a letdown, because one swing of the bat, Snyder knocked this game up very quickly. 0-1.
Fooled him. He could see him trying to stop that swing in the middle of it right there. He knew the ball was up. See if he doesn't go to a slider right now. Started at the outside corner, try to break it off. See if he can get Snyder to commit.
Oh, 2 from Quigley. Snyder drives one out to center field. The right to spur a 1-2-3 inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. 1-0. UConn.
This is a big inning in this game.
No doubt.
I mean, obviously, you just saw Quigley go out, threw a 0 up. Braden Davis is out for his 6th inning of work. His end of his window's coming because of his pitch count. He needs to throw a 0 up and match here.
Tyler Minnick, Jake Studley, Maddox Delana. That's 6, 7, and 8 for the Huskies. Minnick is a freshman, designated hitter. Hit a monster home run yesterday. He's hitless today. He's popped out twice, both times on the infield. Two-0.
Drop a little breaking ball. Hey, it's fastball count. I'll just drop a little breaking ball in here.
No runs, 5 hits, no errors for Oklahoma. They've stranded 5 so far. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. 7 left on for UConn. 2-2. It's a swing and a miss. Butler has to throw down to first to complete the strikeout.
Ooh, that throw sailed back into the inside. A nice job by Garza Gongoria to make this play. This ball was running into the runner. This is coming out. You think you got time. You try to get to the outside, and then this ball sails back to the inside. That is not an easy catch coming right out of that runner.
Studley's 1 for 2 with a single. That is ripped into left field, a base hit. Studley will turn and slam on the brakes. A 1-out single. Sooners had action in their bullpen last inning. 101 pitches now for Davis. Dylan Crooks still the guy that's up on the bump. Davis is top 100 or more pitches in 9 of his last 11 starts.
Yeah, I mean, if he were to make 1 pitch to get an out here, it would surprise me to see him come back out in the bottom of the 7th.
At least to start it.
At least to start it, no question. But he's going to have to get these 2 outs quickly here.
Delano for 1, struck out in the 2nd, walked in the 4th inning.
UConn has been good in these spots, though.
check in over at first base. Studley with 3 stolen bases on the year. Has been caught 4 times. Studley doesn't have a big lead at all over at first. Lena shoots one over to third base. Snyder, what a play. Goes to second for 1. Relay back to first, a double play.
Just one of the best plays we've seen. Is the third baseman you just don't anticipate.
Top of the 7th inning. Sooner faithful looking for some excitement, and they got some defensively, and you wonder if that helps carry the offense a little bit, trying to figure out quickly.
Yeah, sometimes it does. It spurs it on. Somebody makes a great play, and then come up and see what happens here. We go to the last third of the ball game.
Nicholas Mudler and Garza Gongora against Stephen Quigley, and the first one's down low. Jackson Nicholas, the second baseman, is 0 for 2, a strikeout and a fly ball to left. One.
What a job. Quigley has matched every pitch of Davis tonight. Moved the ball in and out.
Breaking ball in there for a strike, 1-2.
That one went to the back door side.
That is hit out to center field, hit well. Spurs got to go back on it, and he'll track it down shy of the track for the first down.
Just hit it to the wrong part of the yard. Pulled out with a little bit, you had a chance.
So Mudler, the catcher, steps in. He's 0 for 2. Both teams with 5 hits. And combined, they're 1 for 11 with men in scoring position. OU 0 for 6. UConn 1 for 5.
Yeah, that's good pitching.
No doubt. And some stellar defense behind it. Mudler behind quickly at 0-2. Just off the plate.
Still hitting the spots, though. Hyde moved way outside. Quickly hit it right there.
That's out to center field. That's a base hit. Spur cuts it off. Mudler will stop at first base. A 1-out single.
He was trying to go in with this pitch, Victor, and he's got that little tail to his fastball, and it just started out, didn't get it far enough in. Watch it start out on the inside corner and then tail right back to the middle of the plate. Mudler put a good swing on it.
Garza Gongora, the first baseman, 0 for 2 today. Two fly balls to center field for the Sooner first baseman. No balls, 2 strikes.
See young men come out, battle the way these two pitchers have battled, both over 100 pitches in the game.
Oh, 2 off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Does he stay outside, or does he try to go back inside like he did on Mudler?
I think you try to run this away.
Long hold. 1-2.
That's what he did. Now, he's got good command of that backdoor slider. Start this one out away and have a little break back in. Might get the strikeout or a ground ball. Because you definitely got him leaning out there now.
Pulled over the first, glove by Delaney, touches first base, and another fantastic defensive play for the Huskies.
Wow, they have played. Braden Davis have been outstanding. They've kept the hitters off. You just look at the work. Quickly, this with a masterful shutout performance. On the other side, 10 strikeouts, has given up just 5 hits and 1 run. It was earned. The 2 walks back-to-back of those 3 happened back-to-back, and then the base hit. That's the difference in the game. And Braden Davis back out here for the bottom of the 7th. His pitch 104 is lined right back to him.
1 down. Making it look easy. Ryan Hyde 0 for 3 for tied for the first out here in the 7th.
The other part of that is you do not, and I repeat, you do not get to this point at this type of game if you don't have great defense. So not only they pitched well, and then the defense has played well.
Spur looks at a strike. The center fielder was grounded out twice and struck out. Ground ball on the right side, and that will sneak through for a base hit. Really good piece of hitting.
Don't try to pull the ball when it's pitched away. Go with it. The defense was lined up for him to pull the ball. You see right here, stayed right on it, away from it, drove it the other way. A 1-out base runner. Nice piece of hitting. Both teams with 6 hits apiece now.
Paul tomorrow at the plate. Shows bunt, offers at it, fouls it. No balls and a strike. Caleb Spur will run 26 stolen bases on the year. Has been caught twice. Not a very big lead over at first base.
Left-handed pitching slows the running game down.
Oh, 1. Fouled off. No balls, 2 strikes. Ten strikeouts tonight. It's a 3rd double-digit strikeout game for Davis on the season. At 12 against West Virginia, 11 against BYU. 108 pitches so far. Base hit to right field. Another good piece of hitting. Spur will stop at second. 2 on with 1 out.
You talked to me earlier, asked me a question about adjustments you have to make. Well, you're seeing a team make adjustments here. Now, it is their 4th time through the order, but both guys have come to the plate looking to go the other way, and I think we may have a pitching change here. Skip Johnson on his way to the mound.
What a performance by Brendan Davis. And Skip Johnson comes over to take the baseball from him. Nothing but the ability to really just hold his head up. Can't hang your hat on this one. He had a terrific outing. Although he'll depart trailing at 1-0 with a couple of men on. And the Sooner faithful here in Norman are going to let him know how much they appreciate his effort tonight.
Yeah, he'll get a standing ovation as he leaves.
Phone call from the boss? Sorry. Outdoor time. It's me time.
I hear that. That's why we protect all your vehicles here. But hey, nothing wrong with sticking it to the boss.
Oh, Flo, you're gonna take that?
Why would that concern me?
Because you're the Aren't you?
Huh. We never actually discussed hierarchy.
Okay, why don't we just stick to letting Dave know how much he can save when he bundles.
Davis 109 pitches, 6 1/3, departs with a couple of men on base, 10 strikeout performance. Solid out. He cannot pick up a win. Just hoping that his offense picks him up so doesn't get saddled with a loss.
Yeah, he matched the other guys. Stephen Quickly pretty much pitch for pitch. He did surrender the lone run of the game here. And UConn threatening here, first and second with 1 out. Skip Johnson goes to the bullpen.
Transfer out of Paris Junior College, native of Euless, Texas. 1-0 and a 3.81 ERA.
Strike thrower, 28 1/3 innings. Victor, he's only walked 3 batters. So he's going to come in filling up the zone.
One out. Runners at first and second. We're in the bottom of the 7th. 1-0 UConn. Spur at second base tomorrow at first. A good speed on the bases. And the runners go. A little hit and run action. And it's foul back. Hitting and running with Luke Broadhurst, the third baseman.
I tell you, it takes a lot of courage. As a head coach, coaching third, you're thinking about it, seeing a guy come into the game, and you think, you know what? I'm going to press the issue right here. I love the play. It just didn't get the ball put in play. If it's just put on the ground right there, some good things could happen.
Broadhurst 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. That is hammered out to deep left field. Toward the corner. Gone! 3-run Jimmy Jack for Luke Broadhurst. 4-0 Huskies.
Wow. And a stunning big fly. We talked about him, highlighted him in the open, that he had to get going. He does that. A 3-run shot here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And UConn has broke this thing open 4-0.
Bases clear for Corey Morton. No balls and a strike. Home run for Broadhurst, his 14th of the year, now with 50 runs batted in. 2 of those 3 runs charged to Davis.
Still just 1 out in the frame. What a big blow.
Oh, 2 on the way. And swing and a miss. 2 down. Let's go back to the home run.
0-1 count. This ball's just up right down the middle of the plate. And he didn't miss it. Put a charge in this. Fair easily down the left field line and knew it.
That is a muscled up top spin jack.
It was.
But the deal with a huge hack fouls it straight back. He's 1 for 3 on the night. No balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, good breaking ball there.
Oklahoma has 9 1-2 coming up in the 8th inning. Crooks is ready, the 1-2, but he had to punch one the other way.
Yeah, that's just a really good job of keeping it bat alive. You're fooled. The ball away from you, probably thinking breaking ball, and it's a fastball and able to get a piece of it. Just grinding out at bats. UConn's done it all night.
Padilla Called strike 3. He'll go down looking for the 3rd out. Back-to-back strikeouts for Crooks, but not before. And Stephen Quigley has done a stellar job through 7 innings and 107 pitches. And his Huskies are up 4-0. 9-1-2 coming up for Oklahoma.
And taking the ball and here in the top of the 8th, over 100 pitches.
Kendall Pettis to lead things off. He'll be followed by John Spikerman and then Bryce Madrid. Pettis 1 for 2 with a single.
It's just been a really good mix of a tailing fastball at both sides of the plate and the command of his breaking ball. Hasn't used very many changeups tonight. And there's that bender right there.
Yeah, little front door variety. One-two from Quigley. Pettis hits one out to deep left field. This one's got a chance to get out of here. Sooners are on the board. Big fly for Kendall Pettis. 4th of the year. It's 4-1 UConn.
Went back to the slider one more time, and this ball stayed up just enough. That excites this crowd to the Sooner dugout. Salute as he comes out of the dugout.
Excites them, woke them up.
Now back to the top of the order. Now a 4-1 ball game.
They had fallen into a slumber. Spikerman hits one out off the end of the bat to center. Spur is there. 1 down.
All night long, Quigley's been able to use his slider. This one stays in the middle of the zone, and Pettis gives it a ride. But what a performance by Quigley. He's still grinding right here. Try to get a couple more outs here in the 8th. That's the one mistake he's made, that hanging slider right in the middle of the zone.
Bryce Madrid popping this one up on the left side. Hyde will watch it land in the seats. Happy fan. Oh, an even happier fan now.
Nice.
It's the best. Lifted in the air. Left center field. Spur moves over, gives way. Ward makes the catch. 2 down.
I am so impressed with Stephen Quigley. He's come back. You give up a leadoff homer, you're at a number of pitches. It's one of your season highs, if not the season high, in the postseason, on the road. Just what a job.
Falls behind on Easton Carmichael. Sooners DH is 0 for 3. 4-1. UConn leads at top of the 8th.
Still got good stuff hitting that spot.
Towering shot to left field. Drifting back on it is Morton. At the track, he'll make the catch for out number 3. 4-1 Huskies.
Scratch out another one, make it a one swing of the bat can't beat you.
Crooks delivers outside. Minnick, Studley, and Delano. Minnick, the DH, 0 for 3. Struck out his last time up. 2-0.
One pitch, one spot.
8 hits for UConn tonight. Minnick shoots one down the right field line. Hit pretty well. Going back on it is Madron. To his left, makes the catch on the track for the first down.
That ball carried a lot further than I thought it was going to carry.
Yes, sir.
Almost got to the track.
Jake Studley, the batter, 2 for 3 tonight. 2 singles. Braden Davis getting to start for Oklahoma, went 6 1/3, charged with 3 runs, 7 hits, 10 strikeouts, 3 walks, and hit a batter. Stephen Quigley's gone a season high in pitches, 8 innings. He wanted to appeal, he did not go. It's 1-1. Looking ahead to the Sooner 9th. Jackson Willits, Michael Snyder, Jackson Nicholas.
Dotted that fastball in the outside corner.
And he goes down swinging. 2 down. NCAA Regionals coverage for all 16 sites continues tomorrow on ESPN Plus and the ESPN app. For more information, visit NCAA.com, the home for all 90 NCAA championships. 2 outs, nobody on here at the bottom of the 8th. Maddox Delana, the batter. Delana 0 for 2. Grounded into a double play that ended the 6th inning. That was a terrific play by Snyder at third base. Ground ball into the shift. Nicholas out in shallow right. Well, the Sooners are down to the last 3 outs. They're down by 3.
Geico covers dead batteries with their easy.
This is me. Stephen Quigley is back out there again to try to finish what he started.
Graduate student from Halifax, Massachusetts, starts the 9th with a strike. Jackson Willits 0 for 3. One ball, 1 strike.
Sink it away. Tail it back in. Backdoor breaking ball. It's been his bread and butter tonight.
Falls behind on Willits, a 2-1. Quigley 8 innings, 2 strikeouts, 1 hit batter, no walks. He has scattered 7 hits. 2-1 pitch. Willits fouls it off, 2-2. Winner's bracket game. Loser will take on Duke tomorrow at 3 Eastern. Elimination game. UConn, the number 3 seed, leading 4-1 against the number 1 seed Oklahoma. Willits fouls it off his ankle. Ouch.
Oof, that hurt. He wears a guard, but that hurt. That might have been up on his knee. See, he has that shin guard, but he seemed to be above it. Just to look at it again, hit right off the inside of the knee. It's just,
ouch.
Oh, it's going to sting for a while.
Yeah. Old school pitchers, what do? Go
Come
back
right
inside.
back in there. I'm an old school catcher, so I would be called go right back in.
Heck yeah.
I mean, you know, it sounds like you're being mean, but they're tentative.
Yeah.
You know, it's a hitter. It's hurting.
There's the bracket here in Norman. Winner will play tomorrow night, 9 Eastern. Looking to close it out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the 9th. Snyder on deck. 2-2 pitch. Missed outside, full count.
Giant pitch in this game coming right now. 124. Get the leadoff guy in the ninth with a 3-run lead. See what happens.
Here comes the payoff. Willits draws the walk. Leadoff man on board to start the ninth. First walk issued by Quigley. 124 pitches. That's going to be it for him. It appears as Jim Penders has come out, as has the entire UConn dugout.
What a performance. Anytime that you get into one of these type of games and you can go out as a pitcher and match one of the best pitchers in the country on the other side, just an outstanding performance. There are Sooner fans that are giving this man a cheer. That was outstanding by Stephen Quigley.
8+ innings, 7 hits, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 1 hit batter.
Talks about he was not a guy, when you look at Quigley, he's a pitch to contact guy, strike thrower that moves the ball around. Only walked 1 batter tonight. That was the batter. You know, right there, he hit a batter and he walked a batter. So that's the only free passes of the night. Scattered 7 hits and a season high of 124 pitches. And just take a look at some of this, Victor. He established that runner away early in the game. And then there's the slider away. And the defense was outstanding behind him as well. Every time the Oklahoma tried to press the issue, the defense made great plays for him. Fired up young man coming off the field right there. What a performance
For OU, as Brady Afton comes on in relief. There was not an inning in which Quigley had multiple base runners on board. That's how solid he was. The only thing that you look at in his line as far as an odd inning, the third, single, fielder's choice. Caught stealing, single, fielder's choice. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the only stress he had.
You know, he gave up a leadoff or 1-out double in the 4th and then came back and made 3 or 4 really good pitches and got out of that frame. So heck of a performance, giving his team a chance, and now they're going to turn it over to the bullpen.
Atham will finish his warm-up pitches. He'll have Willits over at first base. Nobody out here in the 9th. He's going to face Michael Snyder.
Sinker slider type guy, got a really heavy sinking fastball. Boy, if you win this game tonight, 81% of the time, you're going to go on to win the regional. That is a big number.
Here comes Snyder.
Tying run is in the on-deck circle. You always used to remind myself as a player, just how do you want to play defensively? You don't want that tying run into scoring position.
First one from Atham. It's a fastball that just misses for ball 1. Snyder hit by a pitch, a double, a fly ball to center field. 1 for 2. Willits a short lead over at first. Here's the 1-0. Off the plate, 2-0.
Gonna have to come with a strike here.
Three balls, no strikes. OU tonight 0 for 11 with runners on base. The Sooner faithful on their feet,
Making a lot of noise now.
3-1.
Now there's about 4,500 umpires here. Thought that ball was downstairs.
Halfthumb is ready. The 3-1 to Snyder. Ball 4, 2 on with nobody out here in the ninth. Back-to-back walks.
Jackson Nicholas has got some pop. He's hit 10 balls out of the ballpark, and he is now the tying run here with nobody out.
Here tonight, 0 for 6 with men in scoring position. Willits at second, Snyder at first. Good speed on the bases for the Sooners. First one from Halfthumb. That is skied on the first base side. Has a chance to remain in play. Delana near the track. Makes the catch, 1 down.
Gigantic play. Not an easy play, too. Had to get to the railing. The ball was coming back, as you were talking about. And at the last minute, he reaches out and snatches this ball. He looks at the railing. He's there, looks back up. And watch him reach back over here. It's come back. Get it right there for huge out.
1 down. Runners remain at first and second. Scott Mudler, the batter. 1 swing of the bat. We got ourselves a tie ball game. 4-1 UConn in the ninth with 1 down. First one to Mudler's downstairs, 1-0. The Sooner catcher 1 for 3. He singled in the 7th inning.
Homered in yesterday's ball game.
Has 4 on the season. Outfield seems to be a little bit deeper than they have been this entire game. Mudler takes a strike, 1-1. They play Mudler straight up, both on the infield and in the outfield. Tomorrow, perhaps shading a little bit toward the middle. The man at the plate is the tying run. He represents the tying run. Here comes the 1-1. Painted on the inside part of the plate, 1-2.
Mudler did not like it. Instantly stuck his head up. He thought the ball was in. The fastball tailed back and caught the inside corner.
Halfthumb is ready. The 1-2. He's fouled at the plate. This is kind of the perfect culmination of what this game has embodied. Both starting pitchers, Davis and Quigley. A lead by UConn, and all of a sudden an opportunity for the Sooners to tie it up. Here's the 1-2 again. Mudler skies one to left. That is playable for the left fielder, Corey Morton. 2 down. So UConn 1 out away from advancing to the final tomorrow and playing tomorrow night. Putting Sooners into the losers bracket, an elimination game against Duke, but still work to be done. Rocco Garza Gongora, the first baseman, 0 for 3 today. He did smoke one the last time up. That was that liner to Delana at first. It turned into an inning-ending double play. The first one downstairs, 1-0.
No doubles in the outfield. Outfield will be very deep. Trying to keep the, got to keep the ball in the ballpark right here. That's when you have a 3-run lead and 2 outs.
On the outside part of the plate to even the count. One in there. 1-2. Sooners down to the last strike.
Slider that just came back to the outside corner.
Brady Atham trying to close it out for Stephen Quigley, who went 8+ tonight. The 1-2. Foul at the plate. Sooners stay alive for another pitch. UConn with a run in the third. They scored 3 in the 7th inning on a 3-run home run. 4-1. The 1-2 again. Downstairs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Willis, the base runner at second base. Leadoff walk for him. Snyder, the trail runner, reached via the base on balls. He's at first. Now the 2-2. This is lined over to second base. Padilla's got it, and UConn has picked up the victory against number 1 Oklahoma. The final 4-1.
What a performance tonight by Stephen Quigley. That's
just get him off the fastball slider, get the changeup going, and really not even try to miss bats. Just keep him off those pitches and try and get weak contact.
Boy, I tell you what, I thought your tailing fastball and the ability to hit both sides.